I've read all of them.
Time out. Call your dealer. It does not mean what you think it means. Shut up.
What's on their website?
They work mostly off of Facebook.
Woodworking Skills?
Moose?
Yeah.
The machine told me to take a time out and call my dealer.
Does it need to be activated?
That's what I'm guessing it means, but Mike and my interpretation, that's way more fun. Alright guys, so this is what's up. First off, we have the new member handbook for everybody. We're going to take a minute, we're going to go through this. Okay, because this is, you get to read this in detail later, but we're just going to take a minute and go through the basics. Because this is something that every one of you pretty much needs to fucking memorize. And we will be handing these out to a lot of people. Because for 20 years, I've been getting, what do you do? How do you guys do what you, how do you do that? This answers all the questions. And if there are more questions than this answers, we'll add pages to it. But this covers the basics of, like, page 4. Turn to page 4 in your hymnals. It covers the basics. It covers the concept of personal responsibility. Moose, if there's anything that I really need to take time on, let me know. Now you'll notice the second thing on page 4 is personal responsibility. Page 5 opens with, it's so important it's already been mentioned. That's how serious we're going to be with people on personal responsibility. Respect, failure is an option, structure, you know, the basic stuff. Page 6.
I need every human in this room to be able to recite in their own words without thinking about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing. But it outlines the basics of membership. I don't really understand what the fuck parent-child membership is. I've read it 15 times. I still don't get it. But
it means you can have a kid here, but you're going to be with the kid.
Yeah, but how do I buy a parent-child membership? I don't see it on the website.
It's the same cost.
Yeah, we need to outline
It will
that.
be on the website.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Okay.
Facility membership, it says $40 a month. I think we also have for recurring costs.
I couldn't give you every single possible price option, so these are all basic prices.
Okay. Because I know we had the other one, it's just 1 month and $45.
There's like 50 different ways to buy membership, so that's why it refers you to the website if you want that.
Thank you.
And then there's a handy little chart on page 7 that breaks shit down. Page 8 is a very, very rough list of the labs. That list is going to grow. Page 9 is Tier 2 machinery. This is stuff that costs a couple bucks extra, like the CNC, the Omnia, the big 3D stuff, the laser cutter, small CNC.
And I've had no less than 5 staff members blatantly tell members prices that are cheaper than what they are.
So memorize prices.
Well, prices have changed over the years, and some of us memorized older numbers, so this codifies it, and now we all have the same numbers, and we're all on the same page, and everything's cool.
Yeah.
Page 10 goes a lot through structure, how we do what we do, why we do it that way. Page 12 takes us through surplus sales. Surplus sales is going to be changing quite a bit over the next couple weeks. That's going to be evolving a lot. I'm going to be adding some staff on that. Editor, you're going to be a big part of that, just so you know.
But it also is a lot of other things. If a member wants to buy materials inside the building, you can't use all of our spray paint and not pay for it.
Right. 13 is fuck-ups, common fuck-ups. Doogie and Moose will be dealing with those a lot. Mainly because they are the 2 worst people that work here and they cause all the problems. 14 is the dress code. We do have a dress code.
This is for members, by the way.
Yes, but staff are expected to be a notch above. If you, for some reason, need to wear your, you know, whatever, for reasons of whatever, discuss it with somebody who gives a shit. can't have shit shipped here, you can't get high here. In fact, we're going to talk about 15. I'm going to break 15 down, because fuck yeah. 15, no food or drink in a computer lab, in the audiovisual wing, or in any other room with sensitive equipment. This rule is enforced by the people who run those rooms. If you are staff in the AV wing and you're eating lunch at your desk, I don't give a fuck. What I mean is you don't put a can of Coke on top of the mixing console, things like that. But for non-staff, it's fucking draconian. No food or drink in the AV wing. Okay? No illegal activities. Now, this one's a difficult needle to thread for me because I am personally a rabid proponent of personal liberty. And everybody on the planet who's ever been within range of my microphone is very well aware that I think you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want with your body, your drugs, and your goat, whatever the hell you want, as long as it's not impacting other people. That's the rub, impacting other people. You cannot come to work high. I'm not singling anybody out, but I would just like to point out, you can't come to work high.
Okay, Susie.
Your friends can't sit in the parking lot and get high. This is bad. I'm just saying. Not that we've ever had issues with that in the past. Also, you cannot run an illegal meth lab in the kitchen. Do it in the closet. It's okay. I get my usual 20%.
What,
Okay.
what this also is indicating a lot is if you see a member come in who wants to like make a rail gun or a potato gun
Or ball.
Or 3D print a pistol.
something.
There's actually only one of those I would have any kind of a problem with.
Well, all three of those are insurance company have a problem with.
Yes, but if a kid wants to come in and build a railgun and they can demonstrate that they can do it safely and responsibly and they
Yes.
understand, oh, I'm fine with that. If somebody wants to come here and build a bomb, I don't give a fuck. They can't test drive it here, but if they want to make cowabunga, I'm totally okay with that. The dudes from Purple East can come on down and rock out. Or, well, Shakedown Street would be closer. They're right up the street. I have no problems with that. If a dude wants to come here and build a massive hydroponic system for his dorm room, Grand Valley has a problem with that. I don't. As long as what they're doing here is legal, I don't give a shit. As far as 3D printing gun parts, because you can bet we're going to hear that question a million times. Absolutely. As long as what they're doing doesn't violate state, federal, local, whatever law, as long as he can sleep at night with him doing it, as long as they can
I don't sleep at night no matter what happens.
as long as they can demonstrate that they're safe and competent to do it, I have no problem with it.
There's a lot of gray areas.
If a kid wants to come here and build bombs and shit like that, I got a problem with that.
There's
But
a lot of gray areas where you are personally comfortable where we can't.
okay, well, we'll work that out. What else do we have? The big thing that I'm worried about is you can't be high here. If you're high at home, I give absolutely no fucks. As long as it doesn't impact your performance here, I don't care. If you show up here high, you're a danger to yourself or others because we play with dangerous shit. Yeah, but drunk's pretty rare. We fired him.
We've had enough members who don't know if they can come up with a beer or something.
There is that. One of them lives in Austin now. If it's after hours, we're closed for the day, you're not running heavy equipment, and you want to have a beer, I got no problem with that. It's when you want to have 6 beers that I have a problem with that. If you want to be hammered here, there are amazingly narrow, rare events when that is actually an acceptable thing. When they're happening, you'll know, but outside of that, no. The other side to that is, if you're in a leadership position, and I need you, and you're high, we have a problem. Don't do that. The odds on usually, if you're here, you can't be high. If you're home, I'm not going to call you in from home at midnight on some shit like that. But if you're here and it's midnight, I might need you for something. If there's a crisis, I might need you. You can't be near me out. Mess. When you make a mess, you need to clean your mess. If other people have not cleaned up after themselves, it is not a free pass for you to do so as well. All workstations and tools must be cleaned before you depart for the day. It doesn't matter if you'll be back tomorrow. Memorize that and stamp it into the forehead of every member who comes in here. This also applies to us. We have to bring general level of cleanliness up around the lab. This applies to every single department in the building. We look like ants. We need to do better. We're having more people, higher profile people. I know it's an unending Sisyphean problem, but we have people who come here whose entire, where the fuck is he and why isn't he in this meeting? He's here. We have people that come here and help clean, and that's their thing, and it's getting better, and it will continue to get better, but I need everybody to really focus on that a lot.
Mingus already left.
Really? He left already?
Yeah, but he did his thing really quick and left. He's really efficient motherfucker.
Alright, no drop shipping, experience enough free pass. Listen to the staff. You are the staff. Listen to each other.
What that really means is if, for example, Liz happens to be in EMDH and she sees some random member being a jackass and about to leave the day with a pile of kitty litter on the floor, and she says, hey, you really need to clean this up. And he says, well, Doogie didn't tell me I needed to. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, staff is staff. Page 16 goes through the hours. Proby members are 12 to 6, regular members are 10 to 10, super members, conscious. Page 18 goes through the color codes and the ranks and everything. It's our rank and rate page. 19 is discipline, and at no point has any BDSM on it, and that just makes me sad. And page 20 is intentionally left blank, and this is where you can correct. Points for creativity.
Do we have to stay loyal?
This is a geek group. You don't even have to stay in the building. Alright, that's the staff handbook. Read it in detail, understand it, share it with every human being you know. This is an excellent PR tool for us because it helps people really get what the fuck it is that we do. There's a whole lot of people that know that the geek group exists and have no idea what we are or what we do. We want to get this out there. Alright. Now I have a handful of primary points I need to get you guys to understand. Because some people do, some people don't. Some people who really need to learn this fucking room, which is kind of indicative. 1. Consider this a job. You may have another job or other obligations, you may have kids, you may have a day job, you may have whatever the fuck else you need. But you have to consider this a job. And you have to consider this a job at the same level as if you were the CEO of ExxonMobil. You have to consider this a job. This isn't just a place I go and help out. This isn't just volunteerism. You have to consider this a job. This doesn't mean I can't ask you to give up having a day job or things like that because we're not in a position to pay everybody yet. Though we pay more people as things go, and we've demonstrated this emphatically. In fact, you've been getting a regular paycheck forever, which is pretty awesome. However, just because you don't get paid here doesn't mean you can't consider this a job. You have to give it that gravitas. You have to give it that weight. It's a job that you're not getting paid for yet. Every one of you in this room has the ability to get paid. For a lot of you, that depends remarkably upon you. For the rest of you, it depends entirely on him, and it's entirely his fault that you're not getting paid, and you should key his car. Under the bus.
Which one is it?
Josh.
Ford Fusion.
Oh, which car? I asked him. He's in charge of cars. Do people not only tell you which car is his, but which key to use to most effectively key his car?
It's the blue and pink one that sits in the middle of the
You
MDU.
don't
I got this one
want
with
him,
4 sides.
you don't want him to key it because then maybe you'll have to
You have to
the
fix
car.
it.
That's okay, then he can start getting paid, and Josh is helping you get paid. This means responsibility. If you want to eventually have a paid position here, you need to have a strong understanding of the responsibility. You will be given tasks that other people rely on. If you cannot handle this, we will task those things to other people. and when it comes time to start paying people, we will focus on the people who have shown responsibility. This is something that everybody in this room already knows. Okay? The people that are in this room are all in upper management. You all are. Most of you are fucking department heads. In fact, all of you are department heads or about to be. You're going to someday be in charge of the Geek Group Legal Department. He's in charge of the Animation Department. He's in charge of electronics, audiovisual, tools, VSL, development, IT, and East Germany.
Yeah.
Machine shop.
No, I'm not.
She's not, and doesn't want to be. I'm working on that. You guys have seen since day one, some of you have actually been here since day one, that we promote from within. That's a really big thing for me. Take somebody who just showed up volunteering one day and let's see what they can handle. What can they do? The biggest thing that I value above everything else is reliability. Fucking loyalty and reliability, man. Are you somebody I can count on? Those are the people that are going to move. Those are the people that are going to get called upon. And if you're here this long, you're obviously somebody that I can count on, except for you, but we got pretty good feelings about you. We can't look at this from the what can I get away with standpoint. It doesn't work here. It's different here. But we're going to get to that. We're at a point now where we need to work with members on a daily basis. They tend to be monumentally a pain in the ass. We need to know who will be available and when. We understand and respect that not every person will be available from 10 to 10, Monday through Saturday. I understand that. I get that. That's how we roll. You're not, and we're not expecting anybody to be. What we're asking is that we can tell people when they come in and expect staff to be available for that area. We're going to work this out. We've been working this out for a while, but now things are getting codified and hammered into final position. So, yeah. What that basically means is, if you tell me you're going to be here at a certain time, you'd better either be here at that time or have an amazingly good story and scars. And this is how we fix that. It's easy for me to have a sense of ownership. I built this place. Ask anybody. The whole internet will tell you that I single-handedly built the Geek Group, and I did it in a vacuum, and I did it by sheer force of will. And everybody here knows that that's absolute bullshit. Everybody here knows how we actually built this company, and it's not a me thing, it's a we thing. This place rolls on everybody. And that's the only way it's going to work. The Geek Group has years ago surpassed the level of what I could do on my own, which was really bad. What I could do on my own was a beautiful demonstration of front page for the website. It was awesome. Had diamond plate, animated GIFs everywhere. The way I built this company from my standpoint is I find people who are smarter than I am in their thing and say, do your thing that you really like doing it. He loves working on cars way more than I ever did. I grew up building fucking race cars. He's better at it than I am. He's smarter at it than I am. He wandered in and said, I'll work on cars. You got a job. That's your corner of the store. He takes that and he runs with it. He'll do more with that than I ever could because he can put all his effort into that. He's a better animator. She's a better editor. Everybody's got that. This is not a job that you clock into and ride through until quitting time, and we've all done it. I understand that we all have those days where we're like, fuck, is it 6:30 yet? I get that. This is a small business, and you are part of making it successful. You directly are a part of making this company successful. This isn't like if you worked at fucking Foremost where they have 30,000 employees and if somebody fires you, nobody notices. There's only a couple dozen people in this building on any given day. The people that are here matter. Think about it. We all know everybody. It isn't just, oh hey, I know his name. We all know everybody. We know everything about everybody. We know personality quirks, we know their pets' names, we know what they like and they don't like, we've been to their house, we've hung out. We're very much a family. And it works that way at the corporate level too. You directly are also a part of making it fail. That's the bitch of it. The responsibility isn't just mine anymore. The final responsibility is, if you don't show up for work that day, I do your job. If you say you're going to be here and aren't, it's my problem. If you burn a meeting, I'm the one that has to clean it up. The final responsibility ends at me. And it should. But just like the geek group isn't Chris Boden anymore, it's us, it's the geek group. You guys have the responsibility of if this company succeeds or fails. Just as I do. It takes all of us to make it happen. Think of what would happen to this company today if any 3 people in this room weren't here. If he goes away, our videos are done. They're fucked. We're never going to find another animator. If she goes away, our videos end entirely. Because now I got to go back to editing them, and nobody wants to go back to the dark ages.
We've already seen me gone for a
We've seen what it's like when we lose Batman for a week. We had that a couple weeks ago. We got nothing accomplished for a week. Without him, there is no company. Without him, we're stuck exactly where we are for another 3, maybe 4 months until I run absolutely out of money and this all goes away and dies. He is the future of the geek group. And he's never moved a capacitor. He's never unloaded a truck. His job matters just as much as all the rest of us. You, I'm still not sure really why you're here, but you keep coming and I'm thankful for that. The only way this works is if all of us absolutely are heart and soul. And I have no doubt about your loyalty. I have no doubt about your reliability. I have no doubt about your heart. I just need to get heads in the game. We need to really push. Because right now there are bad people saying bad things about us to people that matter. We're getting shit on. We're getting shit on by people that don't know the whole story. And it is our job, right now, more so than ever, to have as much openness and as much transparency and tell as many people as we can get to hold still for 30 seconds while we grab them by the neck and tell them about how awesome the geek group is. Because that's the only way this is going to work.
And we have to make it so that when we have these people coming in who are paying actual money to be here, that they have a good experience.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. I don't care if it fucks up your day. I don't care if it makes whatever I told you to get done late by a day. I don't give a shit. If we have a paying member in here, they are the priority. They are a VIP. They paid $40 a month to be that VIP. And we help them first. And I have a million examples of people like this. A lot of members are going to come in here because of this. The big thing here, you know what this does? This manages expectations. This is what you can expect when you walk in the room. This is what the geek group is. This isn't what you think the geek group is. This is what the geek group is. And we wrote it down and we canonized it. And this is the word of on fucking high. Or at least Moose and the development team.
I let every person in this room edit it.
Yeah, I know. And some of your edits are fucking hilarious. Just it's very similar to what they do at the police station, where they take you and your buddy and they put you in different rooms and they make you both say what happened, and then you get them all back. It's fucking awesome to watch. Like, you two are great. You should take the edits that both of you made and just put them side by side, and it's the funniest shit you've ever read. So, yeah.
She didn't care about leaving, though.
Does anybody have any questions? Because shit's about to change here in a big way. It's the next big growth spurt. High voltage is going to be online very, very soon. But everything's changing. The public's coming. It's not just us anymore. We have to deal with the public, and this is a new thing. It's something that we haven't had to. Usually, for years for us, the public comes for events. They all come, we do the big song and dance, and fuck off, and we can go back to doing what we do. Well, we've spent years building a lab. Now it's time to actually operate a lab, and we're in that weird nebulous transition between one and the other. So it's going to be weird for a while. And we're going to endure. Or I will kill all of you slowly with the clock. Any questions?
Will there be a digital link for like the handbook be on the website as well?
Already is.
Already
In
is.
fact, if you look in the handbook,
Page 3.
page 3, this document is available for download at the geekgroup.org/member guide. It's right there.
It was
See
posted
that?
to the IRC last night.
Already done.
Cool.
I like questions like that. I'm ignoring him because he's got a dumb one. Do you have any more smart questions, young
No,
man?
all right.
Okay, now what do you got?
Actually, more suggestion.
What?
I would suggest you put a copy of the handbook hanging in each lab for us to reference as well as our members.
We're going to print out some heavy-duty copies and put them in the binder. So
I
that,
was going to say the lab and exact or someplace, but yes.
yeah, we're going to make some bound copies that can be flipped through a lot. So we don't have to keep replacing them.
Am I on channel 1 or 2?
You're on one.
Okay, does anybody in the IRC have any questions?
No.
Okay, good.
They've been following along with no questions.
All right, that's excellent. Anything else, guys? Good, then step up your fucking game. We need to kick ass today, and we need to get shit done. You are going to be in the boardroom in 2 minutes.
Okay.
So are you.
I'll clean up
Hi,
the
Mike.
stuff.
No, you don't.
Hi, Mike, you just missed it.
Hi there, guys. I'm Chris Boden. It's time for today's Captain's Blog. It's Friday, April 11th, 14 hours. And guys, it's time for viewer mail. What do we got? First thing from Amazon's Fulfilling Services. I'm bringing all of it. I wouldn't want to disturb you guys. It's not like we're doing live television in here. Cool! I got a present. The single most important book on human sexuality since Kinsey unleashed sexual behavior in the human male on the American public in 1948.
That's what I get for not vetting viewer mail.
The New York Times bestseller, Sex at Dawn, Why We Mate, Why We Stray, and What It Means for Modern Relationships. Hi there, children. Welcome to story time here at the Geek Group. Today we're gonna read Sex at Dawn, and then we're gonna feed the fish. Wow, there's a lot. One muggy afternoon in 1988, some local men were selling peanuts at the entrance to the botanical gardens in Penang, Malaysia. I'd come with my girlfriend, Em. You wish. Thank you. And as you asked, I will keep your name anonymous. Though really, if you wanted to be anonymous, you could just put for Chris Boden, not viewer mail, and not put your name on it. Just saying. It doesn't really make it anonymous if you put your name on no. Yeah. What else do we have?
Way to guilt trip the people who love you.
Hey, I think it's awesome. I got sex at dawn. And you know, any day that I get sex at dawn, I'm having a good day. This is from Anthony Barclay. Oh, kick ass. He must have watched the thing. I asked for these during the autopsy. Yay! I need little bowls for the autopsy table so that when, you know, for parts. Little magnetic bowls. That is so cool. Thank you, Mr. Barclay.
Mr. Barclay wrote one of the best Captain Forms letters that we've
Yeah, I
gotten so
haven't read
far.
them yet.
I've read all of them.
Die in a fire, okay?
You and magnets, don't get along with
Magnets, man. How do they work? Here, you, please, put those. Beware of magnetic media. I don't think they'll stick to the table itself. Because stainless. Cool, they won't stick to the table.
We'll stick to the,
Okay, just put them. Blue one's my favorite. This is from Monoprice, and he sent me a message in the IRC. I think it was cheese, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a note. And it's for Doogie. Maybe it's the O-ring that he needs.
It's a big box for an O-ring.
yeah, you are.
Totally the O-ring. No, it's cables. It's RCA to 8-inch TRS. One of them's really long. And then a whole bunch of, I think, RCA to RCA. And an RCA to TRS. And no note. Cool. Thank you, sir. Why are these for Doogie? This is an AV thing. This is an electronics thing. No, this is an AV thing. This is totally AV.
Maybe we're getting more than one mono prize thing coming.
That's awesome. I love packages of cables. That's it. That's all of your mail for the day. And I have a Sharpie, so I'm good. Editor, do you have Sharpie? You do now. Oh, hey, editor. These have been sitting here for a while waiting for you. These are 5mm red LEDs. These are for a project that will be happening in the laser lab.
Okay.
So they go to you. Let me see if I have anything else. Oh, Moose! Go get Mike. It's his birthday. I think it's his birthday.
No.
Are you sure?
Mike's birthday's in May.
Okay, then I've got the wrong Mike. It's still Mike's birthday today. Now I'm kind of confused.
Mike is part of the May birthday club.
The May birthday? Well, that's the best birthday club.
There's a lot of us.
Yes. Okay. All right, that's it for viewer mail today. You guys have fun. We'll be back after this. Time is 13:25 hours on April 11th. How's it going, G?
Good, we're on our way back together.
Really?
I'm gonna get this pretty much all together and then I'll run and get the rest of the
You
stuff.
don't like that part? What'd you do for the O-ring?
It comes with new ones. Well, I went to Coochie's and they had an O-ring. Go to put that in, O-ring's too damn thick.
Okay.
So, using a little bit of silicone and the old O-ring, I put it together like that for now. And if there is a vacuum leak when we finally get around to fixing the four-wheel drive, I'll just order one from Ford and replace it then.
Alright.
Because it's not like it's that much effort to get back into it. But for now, it'll be sealed against moisture, dust, and stuff.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure it'll be vacuum tight, but if not, we got a plan.
I trust you. Chris Wilson's here!
How are you?
And in the blog with his snazzy yellow shirt. He just smiles all over. What's up, sir?
I just came in to say hi. I saw that there's a member's handbook or something that I'd like to get a copy of.
Oh,
please.
absolutely. Moose! I'm sure I have one knocking around. Do you have a copy of the handbook laying around?
I like your shirt.
Thank you. Great, can I have this?
Absolutely.
Fabulous.
You can have as many as you want. And if you want to share it with people, there is a link inside the cover right here. There's a link.
Oh.
And
so
people can go right there and download it.
Download it.
Yep.
Perfect. What a great idea.
I thought so.
Science, man. That's what we do.
I know.
The idea being that when we have a new person come in,
What you up to, Mike?
I'm about to call a dealer.
Call your dealer!
Get a code.
Time out. Call your dealer. It does not mean what you think it means. Shut up.
What's on their website?
they work mostly off of Facebook.
Woodworker Skills?
Moose,
Yeah.
the machine told me to take a time out and call my dealer.
Does it need to be activated?
That's what I'm guessing it means, but Mike and my interpretation, that's way more fun. It just says, time out, call your dealer. And I'm like, yes! This is great!
I've been waiting for that all my life. Yeah.
That's employee satisfaction right there.
10 seconds, new record.
Shut up. You didn't even get it out the door. Just gonna try that again. Mark! Why am I not getting any altitude at all? That's really weird. I'm maxed on throttle and I have like no altitude.
Your battery low?
No.
Are you in a different mode?
No.
What did you break?
I don't know. But the possibilities are endless. What?
I'm gonna pick up the dog.
How's she doing?
She's hanging in. She's doing all right enough. The Dr. Swanson says she thinks that coming home would be good.
She poop?
Tiny.
Tiny poop?
But you know the rule. If you make it out, go home.
Yeah.
She's
We've
gonna,
been there before.
she's gonna be drooly for a few days.
Okay.
But
But she's coming home. I got no ups! That is max throttle.
Is that a charged battery?
Yeah. It's supposed to be. It's been on a charger for hours.
Well, it's acting like a dud.
I can't even get out of ground effect.
It's that warmer air, it's thinner.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's max. That's everything I got. I'm getting a little better. It's like warming up or something. I don't know. Whoa, 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 wind. Just gonna set that down before the wind kills us. I'm just gonna leave this on the charger all day and give it a good balancing charge. See what happens, but it's not happy. Sad how it. Hey. Oh, you bitch. You know what that is?
A missing part.
That is this part. In fact, it's exactly that part. It's a flybar link for the SR. In one of its many regular crashes out here that occur like that. I bent down because I saw the Lego, and then I saw helicopter part. I've already replaced that part. Hey, Batman! Guess what I found in the parking lot? Lego for you. Okay, well, the Lego's for you. It's the missing part off the helicopter.
Oh. Do you need it?
No, not now.
Can I eat it?
Huh?
What?
I don't need it now. You can eat it, but it's a flybar adjustable link thing. Probably don't want to eat it. If you eat it, you might catch the weird. And yes, just because I was in a mood, I did that. So what's next, Patrick?
Oh, there's extra ones up here. We can just put these new ones in. Oh, they look just as much as these.
There's a drawer labeled masks, but no masks in them.
Oh, I guess I'll put that. Oh, that's why there's two of them.
Oh,
Soak up the water.
Don't fix the roof leak, just double stack the ceiling tiles. I love when we get into some part of this building that we haven't remodeled yet and we just find
All sorts
the
of
many
fun.
layers of jank.
We need to pull everything out of this room. We're gonna. Oh, God.
We will.
I know, but
Then we're gonna rip the carpet out, and then we're gonna paint. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome! Yay! It's worth it in the end.
keep telling yourself that. So by the time we're done remodeling this entire building, we'll hopefully have enough money to rip it down and build a new one.
I'm hoping so.
There is no purpose to that.
There is a purpose to that. It's an LED throwy. They're designed to be pretty much stupid cheap to make. That's probably the most expensive LED throw you'll ever find. But really, they start out as just an LED, a magnet, and a battery, and you toss them on the sides of things, like buses and stuff.
Or signs where they're out of reach.
Yeah. It's guerrilla art, yo.
Oh, I thought it was like utilitarian, like, I need to go over there, but I can't hold a flashlight at the same time.
No, they have things for that. LED throwies aren't.
Mess, then... Okay, you're right.
Yeah, do we want to, like, get
still
things
want
out of
government,
this
you're
room
right
to
about
do
that.
this, or...
We can't really get everything out of this room.
This is true.
We want to, but we can't. So we're just gonna start.
Yep, dying a little bit more. Finally starting to look halfway
Gives me
through
a
the
chance to redo the wiring here at some point.
Oh, we're gonna redo all of the class 2 in here. All the Ethernet and communications and cameras.
Because the only thing that comes to mind is, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, it's terrifying. There's jank up there, goes back to the 50s.
There's jank that puts no meaning to jank.
The many layers of jank.
You know, having this kind of drop suit at my house and having a drop on my head taught me really quick how to get it down and up. Come on, in you go. Oh, there's a wire there.
I'm gonna send Rose a text and say you might need to vacuum a little in the offices.
Tell her to make sure she brings a dust cloth too.
Yeah, yeah. So what you got?
Finally freaking done.
17-16 hours on Friday, April 11th.
I guess. Well, I wasn't expecting it to take this long.
You think?
Dave, oh, I'll get started on your car in an hour when I got here at noon. That's what happens when you give something a time.
So you got a sexy new battery for it?
Yep. Sit over here. I would have used that one if it fit.
Is that the fill nozzle for this?
No. These come full on.
Oh, okay.
Only the ATV batteries and motorcycle batteries do that. There's no battery tie-down stuff.
That's all right. It's heavy. It'll just sit there. It'll be fine.
No jumps, Rocco.
Be fine.
We'll have to find one.
I bet they sell kits for that somewhere. You'd probably even buy one that specifically fits this for a couple bucks.
Probably.
What's the year, make, and model on this?
It's a 99 Ford Ranger.
Okay.
It is four-wheel drive and it has the 4-liter V6. It's everything you need to know. Oh, we're almost out of brake parts cleaner, so
Really?
that's one thing that I said we'd use a lot of. It's like liquid gold.
You got like 50 gallons of the shit.
Now we had a case, so we had like 12 cans.
Okay.
There's 2 left.
God.
But look at how clean stuff gets.
Oh, totally.
Cool.
I'm just happy we can finally get a company pickup truck in service, and that'll let Rocco have something to drive to work.
Yep. What started as a wheel bearing turned into, well, we had to replace the whole wheel bearing and hub assembly because they only sell it as one piece. So, hub assembly, battery. The brake pads were very unevenly worn. This is kind of funny.
Wow.
And the reason why is because
They make a fabulous door stop now. You can just wedge that right under there.
Actually, where's the other one?
Okay, if that ain't it, I gotta ask, how many fucking brake pads do you have just laying around back here?
4. There we go.
Wow! That's something there.
So the caliper sliders, the caliper is kind of floating on some metal posts.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to slide back and forth. Well, some water got in where the grease is and kind of rusted the slider into place. So when the slider seizes on one side, this is what you get. And so after some heating and some pounding...
Yeah, I saw you got the fun toys out here.
Thanks to Batman, he had more patience than I did with it. I just wanted to pound the fucker out.
Alright, let's get it done.
Yeah, so a half dozen trips to the auto parts store later. I gotta do the quick start and the final oil check.
So what are you up to?
I'm looking at a piece of shit Ford.
Is there oil on the end of it? It's good.
And we're gonna have to check this one on a bi-weekly basis.
Okay.
I love how amazingly awesome these are to read.
Why the hell doesn't somebody make white-coated Teflon dipsticks? Oh, there it is. There's your level.
Exactly in between.
Yep.
I'm just gonna fill it the rest of the way because it's gonna eat it up anyway.
Burns oil.
Yeah. That was one of the things about this truck. That's why it's got 1040 in it and a bottle of Lucas. And if you've never seen Lucas oil, I basically took the whole bottle and I filled this funnel. And then I let it sit for 5 minutes. That's how thick it is.
Really?
And then just slowly...
Okay. Never used it. I've used Slick 50 a million years ago, and it actually worked really well.
Lucas
it
works
was
pretty
like
good.
180,000 mile engine, and it worked pretty good.
One thing I really like about the Lucas is it's got a lot of zinc in it, so it's nice and cushiony for things like the valve train. That would be full, so we get half a quart extra. All right. Should just run Valvoline race oil in it. That's what I run in the van.
Yeah.
I run Valvoline VR1 straight 50 weight,
Yeah.
and a bottle of Lucas.
And it still smokes like hell.
Yeah, that gets me.
Is that your system instead of installing, you know, piston rings?
Yeah, it's awesome. Cool. Let's go test drive this. That's it.
You might want to put something in there.
Add some coolant,
Yeah.
huh?
When you first pull it in and it's run for 30 seconds and there's the overwhelming smell of coolant, and then you look in the puke tank and it's dry as a popcorn fart, you know you got problems.
The heater core will be after I do Dave's wheel bearing. Some water. Density. Density
Look
is
at me, it's
heavy.
the first load I'm bringing you.
Well, I'm telling you, clean it up, make it nice. Density. This is bullshit. We pay by the pound.
By the way, you should take a look at your office.
I'm going to. It's where I'm headed.
Another set of towels underneath.
Yeah, I know.
You want that blow away? Get back. There's bulbs still in the fixture.
What?
There's still bulbs in the fixtures of the old lighting.
Up above the ceiling?
Yes.
Oh my god. I want to put a meter on it and see if they're still hot.
Well, they're not lit.
Well, no, because the bulb's been dead for 30 years. Those lights have been there since the 50s. That's first gen building there.
Nicotine yellow.
Oh.
Either that or some mold.
Yeah. So there's still old lights? Wow. Old 8-foots. Bullet ends.
Huh?
They're 8-foot bullet ends, the lights.
Oh.
You can tell. Wow, that's disgusting. You having fun, Dan?
Yeah, I'm having fun.
You living a dream?
His name is James.
I thought that was Dan.
Dan looks like a pirate.
James looks like a pirate. I've been calling him Dan for like 2 months.
Dan?
Is he fucking with me?
No.
You're James.
Yeah.
That's James.
James.
Say hi to James, everybody. This is James, who is not Dan. Does Dan have a goatee too?
Not anymore.
But he did?
We have to call him Beardless Dan now.
Beardless Dan.
If he would ever come back in, he hasn't been here all week.
Bastard. He's fired. There, you're the new Dan. We fired the old Dan.
We can't fire the old Dan.
Why not?
Because he turns in work on time.
Fuck. Man.